Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor DeBold.
Here.
Trustees Brockman.
Here.
Carroll.
Here.
Chapman. Kirkland.
Here.
Luciano.
Here.
And Selfridge.
Here.
Okay, we do have enough for our quorum. Are there any citizens wishing to address the village board? Seeing none, we will move into this evening's consent agenda. Item number 1 will be approval of the regular meeting minutes for November 22nd, 2022. Item number 2 will be approval of accounts payable in the amount of $578,537.49. Item 3 will be approval of a payment in the amount of $49,230 to Lane Christensen Company on the Well 9 rehab. Number 4 will be approval of a payment in the amount of $13,588.51 to Standard Industrial for the air compressor and dryer system out there at the PW facility. Number 5 will be approval of the payment in the amount of $64,806 to New Toys Leisure Products for the equipment at Kitts Corner Park. Next will be approval of a payment in the amount of $52,300.70 to Brandenburg Electronic Systems for the PW facility. Approval of the payment in the amount of $10,659 to M.E. Simpson for valve assessment and exercising program. Approval of a payment in the amount of $2,144.19 to Heritage Technology Solutions for security cameras at the Public Works facility. And item number 9 being approval of the payment in the amount of $25,695 to National Power Rodding for the sanitary sewer on basin number 5. As noted, item number 8 was it's an item that we discussed prior. The memos have been sent for that, a little bit of that over budget aspect on that one. Are there any questions? Does a member have any questions or anything withhold or whatnot?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion, Luciano.
Second.
Second, Kirkland. Roll call, please.
Carroll.
Yes.
Kirkland.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge.
Yes.
And Brockman.
Consent's approved. We'll move into our reports, communications. I don't have anything specific for this evening. Lana, if there's anything that you have received otherwise, none noted, we move into this evening's order of business. Item number 1 will be consideration for approval of an ordinance for the levy and collection of taxes for the Village of Shorewood, Will County, Illinois for fiscal year beginning April 1, 2022 and ending March 31st, 2023. This item is up for a second read. Finance Director, Ms. Burkholder.
Thank you. This is the second read of our 2022 tax levy. These are the taxes we will collect in 2023. The total amount of the levy is $1,899,318.29. This represents an increase of just over $50,000 over last year's tax extension, with those excess funds being assigned to the police pension fund. Are there any questions?
So you're looking for on a $300,000 house, $1.65 more than last year.
Yeah, that's our estimate
Bad.
based on,
Not bad at all.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Take a motion to approve.
Move to approve an ordinance for the levy and collection of taxes for the Village of Shorewood for the fiscal year beginning April 1st, 2022 and ending March 31st, 2023.
Second.
Motion Kirkland, second Selfridge. Roll call, please.
Kirkland.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge.
Yes.
Brockman.
Yes.
And Carroll.
Yes.
Item number 1's been approved. Item number 2 will be consideration for approval of an office license agreement extension between the Village of Shorewood and the Plainfield Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce. The Administrator, Klima's got this.
So the Chamber's occupied space in the Village Hall for a number of years. This is simply an extension of the previous extension that we did probably about 3 years ago. Attorney Silverman and I worked this out with the Chamber. The terms are exactly the same as they have been. The length of the term will be from January 1st to 23 till December 31st to 2005. Are there any questions?
I move to approve an office license agreement extension between the Village of Shorewood and the Plainfield-Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce.
Second.
Motion Kirkland, second Carroll. Roll call, please.
Luciano,
Yes.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
and Kirkland.
Yes.
All right, item number 3, be consideration for approval of a resolution setting forth meeting dates for the Village of Shorewood and its administrative subunits for the year 2023. Everybody had those attached. Are there any questions regarding said dates that we've got out there? Referencing that, obviously, the village board will be meeting the second and fourth Tuesday of each month. We have noted the committee of the whole will be meeting on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 7:15 or immediately following our board meetings. Planning and zoning, first Wednesday. Citizen advisory is meeting the fourth Thursday of every month, and noted except for the summer month of June through August. As noted again, our Parks and Rec Committee meets 3 times a year. Police Pension Board, along with the Police and Fire Commission, and any ad hoc committees will meet on a needed basis. Are there any questions regarding meeting schedules or dates?
I move to approve a resolution setting forth meeting dates of the Shorewood Village Board and its administrative subunits for the year 2023.
Second.
Motion Kirkland, second Selfridge. Roll call, please.
Selfridge,
Yes.
Brockman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
and Luciano.
Yes.
All right, we're going to jump down to, before we try to go into executive session, we'll just move to our reports. Item number 4 has been going to be removed from the agenda for this evening, so there'll be no discussion for item number 4. So with that, I'd rather just go ahead and jump down to reports. So let the department head speak. Go ahead and we'll hit trustee comments, and then we can go into executive session. We will adjourn from there, so that way we can cover the agenda here. So with that, building department?
Thank you, Mayor. Just an update on the Verton House demolition. Spoke with the demo contractor this afternoon. They plan on starting Thursday to take that building down, depending on weather. But construction fencing should be going up, and building should come down pretty quickly. So that's it.
Very good, thank you. Community development?
Thank you. We've been working on business license annual renewals with the building department. Since you've approved the ordinance, making the fees a little bit simpler, we've been getting a lot more online renewals, which has been helpful. We sent out the first notice via email and just sent out the second notice via email, and we'll follow with a paper notice as well. The comp plan group has been working on our comprehensive plan. Earlier this week, or end of last week, actually, we received a draft outline for the comprehensive plan, so we're reviewing that now, and they're going forward with anticipated approval in late March.
Very good, thank you. Finance?
No report.
Thank you. Parks is coming up to the podium right now.
Good evening. We'd like to thank all who attended our holiday market and to the vendors who participated. We would also like to thank all of the departments and the staff members who came together to help make our second year such a success. Be sure to stop by the Festival of Trees. That will continue to run through the end of this month at Village Hall. There are lots of beautiful and creative ways that our local organizations and businesses have decorated their trees, so be sure to vote for your favorite. A QR code for voting is available at Village Hall as well as on our village website. Thank you.
Thank you. Police?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few highlights from this past week. On Wednesday, we had our semi-annual departmental meeting. At that meeting, we handed out several awards to officers and members of the department. First, we had awards from the Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists organization that went to officers Alvarado, Bartulis, Crescione, DeCamp, and Welsh for their numerous DUI arrests that they've made in the past year. We also handed out letters of commendation to Sergeant Malone, Officer Alvarado, Officer Bartulis, Officer Crescione, Officer Smicker, and Officer Welsh for their professional response and exceptional handling of a critical incident at the La Quinta Inn last March. And we handed out letters of commendation to Detectives Kima, Detective Frazier, Detective Retsky, and CSI Schlosser for their professional handling and rapid investigation of a bank robbery at the Shorewood Bank and Trust this past August that resulted in the arrest of the offender just 25 hours after the incident. And then this last Sunday, we had a good time. We had the annual Shop with a Cop event. We had 17 participating children in the shopping and 9 siblings. So if the kids have siblings that are a little bit too old to do the shopping experience, they still get gifts that we send home with them. So altogether, 26 kids benefited from that event. We had 16 officers out. So it was a good time. I also want to note that this year we received $14,725 of donations toward that. We did not spend that much, so that amount will carry over for next year's event. But it was a great time. My first one since coming to Shorewood. Had a really good time with all the kids. Ran into a few people at Target shopping that day, but it was a good time.
And again, hands out to the police department. Again, I was here that day when they were bringing all the kids back to the village hall and getting everybody ready. It was pretty evident the amount of excitement that was out there. So another great program that we're doing with the police department and the village. So
We got a call from one of the parents the next day that said their kids woke up talking about what happened the day before. They were surprised. We had Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. We were here to surprise them when they got back, so it was a great time.
again, thank you. Public Works?
Thank you, Mayor. So for Public Works, we've been busy. Besides, we're still continuing to move to our new Public Works facility, to our new home. It's going to be an ongoing process. We're moving as quickly as possible. While still providing our normal services. Our leaf pickup program, we are completed with that. There are a few piles that are still straggling out there, and we are still picking it up as well. So with the residents, but they still have the opportunity to bag it and put it with the waste management through December 15th. Our valve exercise program is approximately 90% complete. They'll be done by the end of this week. So our sanitary sewer I&I project, the cast-in-place pipe installation has started. We're in the River Oaks subdivision now, so it's ongoing. We should be done by the end of the month. Well number 9, rehab is good. So the good news for us is that our pump and motor does not need to be replaced. Only minor repairs to our column pipe and basically an oil change to our pump and motor is required. So we'll be saving. We will not be needing to buy a new motor or a replacement motor. That's approximately $155,000 savings. Our first 2 park projects in a long time, Diana Park and Kitts Corner. Officially, it is completed. The only thing we're waiting for is the grass and landscaping restoration to germinate, but if you can bear the cold, go try it out, okay? We did hold an open house for Cake Crest on December 5th. It was a Monday. We had a little under 15 residents attend to vote at the 2 conceptual drawings for Cake Crest Park. There was an overwhelming positive response for the new toys product versus the Game Time product that we were also showing. They were very comparable. They're also very comparable in price. So again, it's the new toys is the vendor, which is the same of what we used over at Diana Park and Kitts Corner. So the next step that we will be doing will be finalizing the construction plans, and then I will be approaching you to use and purchase the equipment utilizing our Omnia partnership, a government pricing tool that we have ahead of time, so that by the time we ramp up into construction, which will be later in 2023, we will have the equipment on hand. There won't be any delays. River Road street lighting, it's approximately 60% complete. The foundations are in, the cable is in. The landscaper was restoring all the parkways in that area as well. So the only thing we're waiting for now is the light pole assemblies to be made and delivered. We suspect that in February or March. Route 52 in Whinstone, signal. So there are 6 different tasks that CBEL is assigned to do in order to warrant the traffic signal. We did, and they did complete the data collection. The signal analysis was completed, and the 150-page technical memorandum, everything that IDOT needs in order for them to warrant that signal, has been submitted to IDOT. So this was done and completed about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. So now we must wait for IDOT to complete the review, which takes approximately 8 to 12 weeks for them just to look at it. Then there will be a topographic survey that we'll complete, and then we'll also, once this is approved, start the intersection design study that IDOT also requires. Any questions so
What's
far?
the best possible scenario then for the lights to actually start working there? 2 years, 18 months, or?
2024. 2024, in the year 2024. So what we'll end up doing with this here, this study, after everything is approved by IDOT and the study is completed, then we will enter into a Phase 2 design contract with CBEL to be able to prepare our construction documents and finalize the actual construction plans to go into construction. And then we will budget it for 2024.
Burke seemed pretty confident that we need it.
So, yep, it's already in
Do they?
this,
Okay.
otherwise we wouldn't have turned this in,
Okay, good.
okay?
The street light at Windstone in 52, you said you will get a report back for approval or non-approval in 12 weeks?
In 8 to 12 weeks from IDOT, yes.
That'll be either approved or not? There's no
Yes.
further than that, it's not just a,
Just have to concur with our findings.
so just that they confer with it, does that mean it's approved?
Yes,
Will that cost be on us then? Total 100% to put the lights in?
yes.
Yes, that'll be on us. And if we want to wait for IDOT, we could be waiting 5 to 10 years for any funding for that.
And any ballpark number for that?
We will be budgeting about $500,000 total for this project.
Okay,
We have that money set aside already though, right? We already have that money set aside.
okay,
We've had it earmarked for a while.
Yeah.
thank you.
Any questions? Thank you.
Administrator?
So we're wrapping up the end of the year. Lots of budget, water, sewer, all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. We are closed the Friday before and the Monday after Christmas, as well as Monday, January 2nd. So those 3 days, the Village Hall will be shut down for staff to celebrate with their families. And the rest of it, I'll save for our other talk.
Very good. Move over to our trustee comments. Trustee Brockman.
Next planning and zoning will be January 4th, and too early for an agenda.
No problem.
That's my report, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Carroll.
Just wish everybody Merry Christmas, that's all.
Problem. Thank you. Trustee Chapman is not here. Trustee Kirkland.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thanks again, too, to everybody that had a part in the Christmas market. It was a great success, and it seems like it's going to continue to get better and better. I want everybody to get their skates ready, because, you know, the ice is going to be ready here, hopefully in a week or so, and wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Trustee Luciano.
The next Citizens Advisory Committee will be January 26th, and I'd also like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good. Thank you. Trustee Selfridge.
Reiterate the holiday market. I live in the town center here. I drive through every night. It's noticeable that there's much more lights and everything put up, so kudos to Public Works. I'm sure it's a all hands on deck thing to get that decorated, so it looks great. It's good to see that we're growing in the lights. Thank you to the vendors and everyone that participated, and happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. And with that, I simply want to thank PW staff and all the different departments that participated. We did hold our second annual at this point, our second holiday market. It was a cold one this year, but we had a great success with our tree lighting on Friday, some great turnout still on Saturday. The reindeer and Santa Claus out here on Sunday. It was great to see residents and people all, not just from Shorewood, and I ran into some folks from Batavia and Downers Grove, and it's great to see that our event the word is spreading, and we're getting people traveling down here to check out our market. So baby steps, and we just keep finding ways to refine it, and each year it keeps getting better and better. So again, kudos to all the departments that participated. Thank you to all the people that came out and got to see our lights and visited the village of Shorewood at that. And also, again, this will be our last board meeting for 2022. I want to thank everybody. Hope all the staff, board members, all of our residents have a good Christmas, happy holidays, and enjoy the New Year's, and do it safely as one should. With that, I ask for a motion to go into executive session. We will adjourn from executive session, so there'll be no action taken from there.
Motion that we move to executive session.
We have to get the reason for the executive session in the.
I apologize, and that would be, executive would be for our land acquisition or real estate or collective negotiation matters between the village and its employees is what we'll be revising. And I had a motion from trustee Selfridge. Second.
We've got the lease, sale or lease of real estate on there too. I don't know if we need it, but it is on the agenda.
We won't be, it won't be sale or lease.
Okay.
And trustee Luciano. Roll call to go into exec, please.
Brockman,
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
and Selfridge.
Yes.
All right, we'll go to the back room for exec. Thank you.